I only played casually.
It's okay. We'll climb the sad mountain together.
What? Wait a minute.
Where's my shovel?
Where's the armor?
Is that Shield Knight over there? Is that grandma? Is that Shield Knight?
No, it must be Plague Knight, right?
Okay. You know what? We'll see. Let's see what's going on here.
I mean, OddBod was a world record holder in Plague Knight.
Yeah. What? Dashing?
Dashing? Sink? Even better.
Oh. Wait. I think this is Celeste.
Maybe it's Celeste?
Yeah,
Maybe?
this is Celeste. Okay, so welcome to that. Sorry.
Welcome to the winners finals of the Celeste Any Tournament.
For real
These
this time.
two are number 2 and 3 on the current Any Percent leaderboard. Fladervy having the honor of being not world record holder for a staggering 2 hours. That was interesting.
Yes, it's a best 3 match. We got wall bounces going on. Don't worry. We knew what we were doing, kind of. We're watching Celeste. We know how this game works. We're not just Shovel Knight watchers as well.
Yeah. Ooh, that was interesting. But yeah, this isn't planes, that's for certain. So yeah, we're just gonna cancel the dash a lot by jumping. And go and allowing us to go fast. I actually like how you can summarize the speed tech in that sentence. You jump after certain dashes. And then you go fast. Interesting.
Yeet.
I certainly hope these runners know what they're doing, as they're dying a bit in prologue. And, well, not in prologue. What am I doing? Chapter 1, that is. But still, 104 and 106? 109, never mind. Sometimes you also hold grabs and then jump. But that's just with corners or if you're a robot. I mean, only Taz does that, let's be honest.
Sometimes you crouch and then jump while in midair. Or, sorry, crouch and dash while you're in midair.
I hope they're both going for that. Anyway.
Yeah, so here we got dream blocks. These dream blocks, you can dash through them, and you get spat out on the other side. And you regain your dash when you get on the other side with it. You can also like jump at the last, during the last few frames of the wall in the dream block. You can actually buffer it as well. You can also hyper out of them. Hyper dash.
You can actually jump twice.
Yes.
If you press jump fast enough. But it could be useful in some places in chapter 2. But the most use it gets in 2B, where there are just large gaps you wanna across. I just like that ultra strat flat showed there.
Yeah, by the way, we have Black Knight chasing us this whole time, about 3 seconds behind us right now.
Yep. Also forgot his weapon. He had a weapon, right?
He's basically Shovel Knight's counterpart.
It's been too long. But now we're awake and we realize we're actually just climbing a mountain. We're not playing Shovel Knight.
I know, but it's cool to talk about equivalence in some ways.
Yeah. So if Vlad ever races Revo, we're just playing Freedom Planet? Is that it?
Sure. I don't know that one as well. You can have the reference. Fun with that one.
I haven't played the game, so I wouldn't know. I just know they both used to run that game.
Right.
Anyway, chapter 3 now. Time to see real gaps be formed, as these first few chapters were just warm up. This is where the real men get separated from the not real men. I don't know.
And I'm surprised by the lead that OddBod currently has.
Yeah.
It's working out really well. Still is a best of 3, so Fladervy's not out of the woods, not only in this match, but in this sorry, not only in this game, this specific game of the best of 3, but also, of course, in this match.
So far, it looks like... Oh, never mind OddBod. He's just been doing some more consistent strats, not always the fastest. While Fladervy has had a few deaths already. Also, Fladervy a little bit known for getting in his own head sometimes. Especially what he sometimes can post. It's not always too positive. So let's hope he can find that competitor mindset today.
Yes, I found that very frequent with Fladervy. I've noticed, like, his stream titles are always like, "You'll regret watching this. Why am I even doing this?" Just a lot of depressing titles, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm bad, and then he gets sub 30. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, how is this bad?
I think I remember the title for the one where he got his sub 30 was "You'll regret watching this." I'm like,
Yikes.
okay. But anyway.
So let us state up front, you're not bad.
Yeah, you're good at this game, but I do acknowledge that Fladervy plays best when he's not paying attention to others. He got the world record when he closed chat last time. So,
yeah. Correct. Taz. All right.
Not wrong.
He's not wrong. Yeah, isn't there this thing called menu storage? Oh wait, that's the wrong patch. Never mind.
Yeah, that's banned.
Yeah. So far, they haven't had any trouble with these cycles yet. Of course, being top 3 runners, I wouldn't expect otherwise, but it's good to point it out, especially with the new hot speed tech coming up in like 3 rooms. Yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna get some demo dashing, and that's what I was talking about before when I said crouching and then dashing in midair.
Yep.
This trick was discovered, I think, about 2 weeks ago at this point. Like, it is very fresh.
Around 10 days. And it looks like OddBod with some deaths, they're now actually even on the same screen.
And the restreamer spreading misinformation as TGH. Oh my god, Fladervy. Was that a first try? That was a first try demo dash. OddBod, not so much. Got held down for a bit too long and got a downward diagonal. That
so
time
he needs a pixel perfect position here, and then he has a 3-frame window to pull it off.
So yeah, our restreamer accidentally spreading misinformation. It's okay, Cyclone.
Yeah.
So TGH took back the record from Fladervy 12 hours, within like 12 hours of Fladervy breaking it. TGH just couldn't live in a world where he didn't have the world record, so he took it back in less than a day.
Yeah, perhaps even less than 4 hours. It was really quick. Like, oh, as if a fire was sparked underneath. Gave him the passion to just promptly take it back. Like, nah, this is mine. That's my throne, sir. Nope. So...
But still very good players here, of course.
Yep. So with Fladervy getting first try...
Yeah, Fladervy is the only... He is one of 2 people, including TGH, who have gotten sub 30. No one else has done it, besides computers.
Reminder, Fladervy was the new world record holder, yep, for like a few hours. But he has taken back the lead here after OddBod had some struggle with that demo dash skip.
Yeah, but that's where the advantage comes in. Having, you can see how much it really can save time, and it saves 10 to 12 seconds on the
first
on not doing demo dashes at all. And yeah, if you do it on the first try as well. And I believe you're still doing like 4 tries about before it actually starts losing time on just not trying at all. Yeah, cool corner boost stuff going on from Fladervy's out there.
Yeah, and if you see anything new, probably a bye-bye strat. What isn't at this point?
Yeah.
I heard watching his ARB gives you extra knowledge.
Yeah, by the way, in this chapter we got bubbles that work like dashes in midair.
We got this cool auto-scroller skip here.
Yeah, that's cool.
With ultras.
We basically ignore all these directional platforms. We got some wind, and we also got some clouds with active trampolines.
Ooh, that's OddBod barely missing the final wall bounce of that faster auto-scroller skip with ultra dashes.
Wait, did he try to do it without the directional platform?
No, he did it with the platform, but he just missed the wall bounce at the end.
Oh, okay.
There's still an even faster skip for that room, which is without the directional block. But that requires a really tight dash and a corner jump at the very end. So I haven't seen anyone go for it in runs yet. So, kind of mentioned OddBod having the better earlier chapters, but it's Flad with the better chapter 4 so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, a bit of a trouble on that beginning of the harsh wind section there. I was not able to get any extended hyper dashes on that first screen, so kind of just had to take all of the crumbling platforms. And there's OddBod dealing with that screen much more smoothly. And excuse the bitrate problems here. This section of Chapter 4 and of the game in general tends to just be kind of annoying for some streamers.
It looks fine on the Ream stream at least. Yeah, should be fine. So Flat ending chapter 4 there with an in-game time of something that was too slow at reading.
Wow, get good.
Yeah.
I didn't even look. So.
There we go. 11:07. So OddBod having a good 20-second deficit right now.
Okay, chapter 5, the Mirror Temple. We got red bubbles, which go until they hit a wall. And some good maneuvering with our dashes and momentum to allow us to get keys and pretty much like not even care about certain screens in this chapter.
Speaking of this chapter, I did hear that Flad was actually practicing 5B as he gets the yeet.
That was a damn good yeet.
Is he going for 5B? No, not yet. But he's going for DBS.
Going for double bubble.
Yep.
Gets it first try. Nicely done.
That's still really fast. And whenever I see this strat, I can't help but, you know, shout it. Oh, that was the yeetant.
Yes, OddBod missed the corner boost there. So it's kind of got stopped in the tracks.
So no 5B yet. Perhaps later. Because there will come a time where you'll see all top runners go for 5B. That's pretty much guaranteed. Because it just saves so much time compared to even the fastest 5A strats.
I believe Fladervy has tried it a few times. I just don't know how like
yeah,
good
how well it went.
and how confident Fladervy is on it as well. I feel like that's going to take a while before Flad is fully confident with doing it.
Yeah, and also respected him not doing it in a race environment, because it's a really high risk to go for 5B still. Especially if your 5A is as insane as Flad's. I mean, did you see that Ultra Strat? That was juicy. Oh, so good.
So these Seekers here, they charge at us, and they can pick up coins and run to these red blocks to break them. If you kind of lead them to hit them for you. You can also bop on them and ricochet them into those coins or red blocks, along with the shockwave that they get once they are done being like hurt from your bop.
Yep. That's actually a thing console does not have yet. The shockwaves triggering the coins. Second try search skip. Went for the somewhat faster. But OddBod's still keeping pace. It looks to be roughly the same time still, even though Flag got Yeet and DBS. And now into Theo, where Ultra Dash strats are even more insane, because usually if you do an Ultra really close to the ground, you just get a regular Hyper Dash after you jump. But by picking up Theo before you jump, you can actually maintain this Ultra Dash state and keep flying with Theo after you jump. Which we'll see, for example, over here. Just fly across the screen with Theo. It's really cool. Ooh. Still a good backup there. As OddBod also dying in the same room in Theo actually. So does not gain time on getting this strat. Does get it in the next room here. With another Ultra, nice. And we'll see what the time difference is as Vlad just finished up 5A. With a 15:27 in-game time.
And that was a 4:47 for the IL. So nice. Pretty good chapter 5 actually.
47?
I think so, yeah. I mean,
well,
yeah,
I would say that is good. Like if we're gonna say for flat standards.
For flat standards, it's not good, but it's still
not good. No,
it's pretty good for most people's standards.
Yep. OddBod now finishing the chapter. So the lead has shrunk a bit, but not by much. First try leg skip, easy every time. Where you just skip the water. Yeah, and I'm gonna guess it was more like 417. But
I can't read.
That makes more sense.
I can't read.
Yeah, that makes, because I was like, how would he have 447 and still be ahead by 15 seconds when OddBod had like a 420 blaze it? So it was kind of confusing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, probably 417. Wow, nice Ultra at the end there. Optimizations. Plus, I got the 420 in there, so it's always good. So, in reflection, you have one of your favorite mechanics, these bumpers. They behave like pinball bumpers, so they're annoying. And that's about it. There's also these crush blocks or Kevin blocks. Just the wonderful voice. And what else do we have in this chapter 6? Water, I guess. And store and plot. A whole lot of plot. Yep. and a bunch of spikes here that you could, in theory, demo dash through, but it's just not worth going for because you know pixel perfect and all that for a few frames. What is this bumper love? Oh well. Alright, feathers. How could I forget those little buddies? I don't know. They're just kind of obvious on how they work.
Yeah, they let you fly.
You fly like a little bird.
Except you're more shaped like a comet when you're in them.
Yeah. With the tail of the comet, we're having the same physics as her hair, I think.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I'm not a game dev. Just know a little bit of code.
Okay, so yeah, good shortcut from Fladervy, getting through there first try, no problem.
Ooh. Oh,
that's OddBod taking, yeah. And Fladervy playing around in the Kevin block before going for the battle line boost. Oh, it was a bit high on the last part there. Was not able to carry it into the cutscene, but got it most of the way.
Yeah, and again, OddBod hitting his feather on a bumper there. Is probably the biggest time loss in hollows you can get. So that's really unfortunate for him. As the hey-yas have begun for Vlad.
Indeed.
Like, honestly, this fight is the only reason why Chapter 6 is fun. In my opinion.
Yeah, it goes from really, like, relaxing and nice environment to this. Crazy music, crazy fight scene.
Crazy ultra strats.
Crazy ultra strats. Oh, that was... I can't think of any other word to say but sexy. I'm sorry, Speed Gaming, but that was sexy.
Yeah. 6B, Revo, please. So if you're a TAS, you could in theory do 6B instead and save time. Or if your name is Revo, you just do it anyway. But we're just completing 6A here. As Vlad is almost entering the second part of the fight with 4:25 on his IL timer, which is ridiculously fast. Looks to be on pace for 5:40. And anything sub 6 is, you know, world class, top of the top. You name it, top 2 runner. Something Vlad should be able to get if he's on his A game. So OddBod, those earlier deaths kind of, you know, made his deficit a bit bigger. Kind of has to catch up here and not mess up.
Ooh,
which he did before I jinxed it, so that's not on me yet.
Maybe. But it also is that was a fairly big death there.
Yeah.
Dying on a pretty long screen. And now just entering the second half of the battle line fight.
Yeah, according to IL time, he's already losing 20 seconds in this chapter alone compared to Vlad. As he finishes with 5:42. With a total time of 21:12. Nice symmetrical time, if you discount the milliseconds, of course. Oof. Another death there by OddBod. Kind of, perhaps, you know, losing is cool. And if he's not able to pick it up for this race, hopefully he'll be able to do it before the start of the next one. Because it is still a best of 3. there's a second chance. And of course there's the lower bracket as well. But I don't think anyone wants to go to lowers when TGH is in there. Kind of a rough deal.
Yes, but this also helps to show the strengths of these different players. These are number 2 and 3 on the leaderboard, so of course they are going to have different things that they've practiced more.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how smooth like Chapter 5 was for Flad, how smooth Chapter 6 was. Like it's the later chapters that really Flad seems to have gotten down better than OddBod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course Flad also has the world record in Reflection, Summit, and I think even 5 Mirror Temple A side as well. So his late game is unparalleled at the moment. But it seems like TGH is a little more consistent at times, but Flad has shown that he is certainly able to, to fight him and beat him, as he showed in the previous match.
So Flad now doing some hypers out of these dream blocks.
Yep. And according to some very high math calculations from chat, it should be possible for Flad to still get a 29 this race, which would be beyond amazing.
Yes, we've gotten a few, but of course only from Flada and TGH, no one else.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think OddBod is on 29 pace whatsoever, sadly. Unless you do like a task summit, which, well, we're not, so.
What is OddBod's PB actually? I forget exactly.
30.05.
Yeah, I thought it was really close. I thought it was in the 30-0x range, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, very close to that sub 30.
Nice triple ultra room there for Fladervy. I really like how that room has been reduced to basically a few seconds. Because that was one of the more annoying rooms in this subsection. But,
and I also don't think that 30.05 has the demo dash in it.
Nope.
So
no, I don't think it has.
So take off 10 seconds from that, and you got you got roughly what OddBod can do. Maybe. But I don't want to speculate too much. Let's just concentrate on what is actually happening.
I'm gonna concentrate on this berry here.
Yes, keep it as long as possible.
No,
that's okay.
To be fair, that's the usual.
At least it was collected. Yeah, at least it was collected.
Oh, he did use demo on his PB? Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. I think.
Oh, okay.
Calm did.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Whoops. Whatever.
Demo Dash is so new. I just don't know who's used it and who hasn't in their PBs yet.
Mm-hmm. Man, I don't want to brag, but I'm on that list with the biggest time save of 0.4 seconds.
Oh damn.
OddBod Summit is still going pretty well though. You know, even though the gap between the two has been sufficiently large that it's hard to come back in Summit alone, he's still showing up with the strat so far. OddBod, please. Thank you.
He's good. He's fine. He's fine.
Double berry for swag.
OddBod made it. He didn't get the second berry.
No, he did.
No, he didn't.
He has 3 berries.
You're wrong. Good key skip from Flad.
Yeah. at least his pie will taste more like pie now.
Maybe. I don't know. I still wouldn't eat it.
No.
Oh, misses threading the needle. And then doesn't have a... That was some weird dashing for that second try. Made it through, but I don't know what happened with the second dash there.
He just didn't get his dash back from the extended hyper. So he just had one dash to work with instead of two.
Oh.
But yeah, sub 30 still very doable for flat air. Sub 3 minutes, 3000 is almost expected from someone of his caliber, almost.
Yes. Yeah, you usually get like a 2 minute to 2.5 minute 3000 meters.
230 to 245 ish.
Oh, 230 to 245. Sorry. I know my math. I'm guessing a 2 minute 3000 meter sounds ridiculous to everyone now. I'm probably gonna get made fun of. But it's cool.
Yeah, around 240. OddBod coming up to threading the needle. See if he can get that needle right. There we go.
Oh, and a bit low on that door skip.
And sadly, even if you're too low on door skip, a demo dash would not save you. Now that's what feels bad.
Yes, because demo dash shrinks your hitbox above you, not below.
Yeah, so it shrinks you
You're crouching.
down,
You're crouching.
Yeah, you're ducking. Quacking. Meanwhile, Flat just kind of went through a downdraft section, then, you know, wind pushes you in a direction. Get the idea. Wind is annoying.
In this case, down.
Yep. Well, up in his case.
Now out. Yeah, it's up. Sorry. It's up right now.
Ooh. About missing a slight optimization there. Just got the rest. At least looking on, yeah, solid 30 pace. We now approach the flag number 7 or 5. I can't count. That's 5.
Yeah, that is 5, and that's 4.
I run this game, by the way. I just don't know where the flags are. Apparently.
I know where the final 10 flags are. After that, before that, I kind of get confused. If I look at the
like
screen,
a 33, but whatever.
Yeah. It's great. Ooh, messing up on flag 12 there? I think that's 12.
14.
Like I said, this is 14?
That's 14.
No, this isn't. There's no way.
This is 13.
Sure. Okay,
And Flat is about to finish here with a very solid sub 30 time. 29:47. Oh no!
Nice.
Flag 13 def as well.
Another death on flag 13.
Does it work like this? It says winner. That's just for the first run. Just to keep that clear. But yeah, GG to Flat for the first of 3. Possible 3 races, perhaps 2. You don't know. And OddBod is just practicing flag 13, it seems, because that's the 3rd death in a row now. It's a bit yikes. You know, a bit of an oof maybe even.
Well, we're done with it now. Moving on to flag 11 and now flag 10. Not picking up flag 10. Just going straight through it.
Now on to flag 7. Flag 8 is for... I don't know, for who would even do flag 8. I'm not sure.
It's slow. It's It's like so out of the way. It's like we're over.
I see some people. Yeah, like in casual playthroughs, I see people skip it sometimes because they don't even notice it being there.
Yeah, so like we're over here in like somewhere in like a football game, and Flag 8's like over there bowling. I don't know where it is.
It uses a ball, but I don't know. Well, no wait, that's not the football you're mentioning, right? Ugh.
It could be either.
Yeah. That was a nice coyote time. Okay, that was interesting. Dashing, getting his dash back while being above spikes, because sometimes the game is just so nice. As he finishes with 3201.
Okay.
And I think there's only one way to label that 3000, and that's ouch.
Yes. OddBod is... I don't think OddBod's very happy with that run, but it's certainly a way to motivate him, because he knows he can do better.
So yeah, still GG. We're gonna take a small break, I think. Just a few minutes at max, so we can set everything up for game number 2 of these amazing 2 runners. We'll see if OddBod can regain his mojo, get the speedy juices flowing, and perhaps even challenge Fladervy in the second. Cool. Haha.
So while we're in this break here, I'll say hi to the chat. Remind everyone what we're doing here. We got Celeste Any Tournament. This is the winners final match between Fladervy and OddBod. This is a double elimination tournament, and this is a best of 3 match. So we are gonna enter game 2 in a little bit.
Yep.
Fladervy had won the first one
with a very almost casual 29-40 something.
47.
You know, just flexing a sub 30 in a race setting. To be honest, I think Fladervy might be the guy who has the highest completion percentage on his splits. Like, that guy does not reset ever. That might just explain why he's so consistent in races.
Yeah. So yeah, the person who is a loser of this winners final would go down to the lower bracket, so they would not be eliminated. But of course, you still want to move on and get like if you go on from here, you're automatically in the grand finals. So
yep.
It's kind of something you want.
Yeah, but of course, the lower of the two is still top 3.
Yes.
So they will move to lower finals and await a few matches, since we still need to resolve the top 6 matches.
We're just waiting here for everything to get set up for game 2.
So, if you have the time, just grab a drink, grab a snack, go to the bathroom real quick, get all ready, get all comfy. So we'll hop into game 2 shortly. Yeah. And perhaps they gentleman agreement to just do Spelunky instead. I don't know. This was still Shovel Knight, right? Just double checking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, totally.
Toads. Toads my goats. Yeah. So I wonder which super creative file names we'll have now.
Yes, we did actually have some subtle references to Shovel Knight in the in those titles there. Sabaping was just an OddBod reference there. That's one of the best emotes out there. And while OddBod had Gimp Jumper, which is actually a thing in Shovel Knight, specifically Plague Knight. But so that one is a reference to Shovel Knight, but the other one was not. As Sabapings are now getting flooded in chat.
Just chilling in epilogue now.
Yeah, it is not over. We are just currently runners are taking a quick bathroom break between the two runs here. 2 games.
As we're setting up for game number 2. Or perhaps we might even mention how to do a hyper dash.
You do a dash.
Oh, hey, he's doing demos there.
You do a dash cancel, but add down to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, what's a dash cancel?
It's a dash, and then you jump before the dash ends.
Yeah. So put that together, you got hyper dash.
But did you know, if you delay the jump long enough, but not too long, there's like a frame window, a 5-frame window, you actually get your dash back midair.
Yes, and that's known as an extended hyper dash.
Yeah.
And then if you take that dash that you just got and while in midair, set up for another hyper dash while in midair, you can do an ultra dash.
Yeah, this is speedrunning for ants. Soon we'll use a mushroom and then grow a bit, and then we'll be speedrun for Mario players.
Yes, speedrun for humans.
The thing I like about like the dash names is how you can add a bunch of prefixes and then just confuse the heck out of anyone. What did they have? Plague Knight?
Yeah, they got Plague Knight if you combine the 2 file names.
Nice.
Once is Plague, the other is Knight.
Yeah, but you can do like a reverse extended hyper into ultra dash. I think that's about it for prefixes. And here we go! Plague Knight.
Yes.
Looks like we're ready for game number 2.
And since I got more Shovel Knight viewers this time, I will say that we are going to go climb this sad mountain, entering the Polar Night Kingdom. I made the joke the first time, but not everyone was here to hear it, so.
Reusing jokes.
Yeah.
My specialty. But where's our dash? Madeline, where's my dash?
We're in prologue.
Oh, right. The dash is only if you pay for the DLC, right?
Yeah.
Or you finish prologue, one of the two. I don't know. Oh. Well. I'm calling 2814 for OddBod. If that happens, I'll probably die from excitement.
Is that... I'm pretty sure that's faster than IL. Like, if you were to take the ILs.
Yep, that's faster than the community sum of best.
Yeah. Like, taking some of the ILs that are, like, Babai's times and TDH's times of Flad's in there. I think OddBod might be in there.
Oh, but look at the sync, by the way.
Yeah, that's some sweet sync
so
going
good.
on. Are we...
They're still synced.
What is happening?
I think the gamer juices are flowing.
Yeah.
Oh, slight mismatch. No, go back sync.
I can barely tell. I can... Oh, damn it, you ruined it!
No. Oh no, the sync was so good.
I got really confused. I got concerned that there were actually some technical difficulties going on. that went on for so long. Yeah.
The scripted sync. The pre-produced sync, perhaps. Oh, another death by Flad. Add a third, just for good measure.
Ooh.
And this city has suddenly entered oof territory.
Yes. Flad didn't get an extended hyper dash on that last one, so had to try to do the dashless strategy of that. But ends up getting it eventually. So that's a 149. Yeah, 149 into chapter 2 for OddBod, and a 204 out of chapter 1 for Fladervy.
That's a good 15 seconds out of chapter 1.
Yeah.
That hurts. As OddBod did the nice cutscene skip warp glitch thingy, where you just get inside of a dream block. Hey, at least I didn't patch that. As we should probably press a button so that we can hear OddBod and his magnificent gameplay. There we go.
Good point, because OddBod is currently ahead. Fladervy, close the chat now so that you don't get tilted even further.
See, Ultra Strat here. The thing I like about that strat is how you just would wait for all the bad lines to pass, then you would only wait for one, and now you just say, nah, we're not waiting, we'll just beat you to it. It's like how that progression went. Just gotta go fast.
Yep.
There's no other option. And now into Awake, which, if done, executed properly, it looks amazing.
You go flying. You do not want to hit these
go.
springs.
No, those are slow. Really good Awake. 149, chapter 2 from OddBod. Really solid time. Let's see if he can continue this in chapter 3. As Flad finished with a 146? Question mark? So we did gain some time there. 3 seconds. I can do basic math. Sometimes.
Perhaps.
Not always. But usually it's fine. But still good 10 to 11 second gap. Which is almost a little bit reminiscent of the first race. But then the gap was actually smaller. So let's hope OddBod does not let it close this time.
Yes. I feel it's going to be quite a challenge, as we were talking about in the first match, how much more practice Fladervy is in the later part of the game, having those really nice ILs for Chapter 5, 6, 7, so it's going to be tough for OddBod to maintain it through the whole game.
Yep. Although I do think OddBod has one of the best early games. I remember in the 30.05 that he was like 10 to 15 seconds ahead of world record after Chapter 4. So that's kind of the big difference between these two. The first half or the second half of the run.
Well, the second half has the much longer chapters.
Yeah. Especially if the half of the run time-wise is Chapter 6. Like the midway point. Somewhere in Chapter 6.
Yep.
But still. Ooh, bonked it with his head there. Borrowing that from Mario Odyssey real quick. So far in this huge mess, we're cleaning up quite well. Although cleaning, I don't know if pressing one button counts as cleaning up.
In this game, it does.
I wish that was possible in real life as well. You know, press one button, all the dust in your room is gone. Ugh.
Be nice, yeah.
Goals.
Robotics, get on it.
Nice corner boost as well. So far as Resort's been looking crisp. On OddBod's side, that is.
Yeah, able to maintain the lead in a pretty difficult chapter. We'll see if the demo dash allows the gap to shrink like it did last time.
Or the coin room. Although he survived the coin room there.
Yes.
Gap is still around 9 seconds between the two.
Almost at our demo dash.
Here we go. Does take the safety checkpoint. Bit of a slow setup though.
Oh!
Ooh.
One try. Two tries. Fladervy's catching up. There it is, third try. Fladervy did take a death just before the demo dash, so still here, but there is an in-game timer difference as well, so it's actually hard to tell. It might be tied actually right now.
Okay, that's 1.5 try. Because he jumped, but he didn't actually dash.
Yes, and OddBod does appear to be ahead still, but only by like a couple seconds now.
That is 4 seconds. More like 6 seconds, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's somewhere in like the... It's at most like 10-second difference between the two players. Oh, we're
gonna sync up the timers.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Very nice.
Why not?
Cyclone is the real MVP here, let's be honest. OddBod will close out the chapter with 436 IL and 822 overall. And Fladervy right behind him with the 826, so 4 seconds. 4.5
430 as well. Had a faster IL for that chapter.
Yep. I'm gonna say mostly the demo dash. Yeah, we should probably just sync up at Summit since Flat usually has lower load times. Oh, OddBod gets the full hyper ultra corner boost strat there. Very nice. Let's see if Flat gets it. Almost got the full thing where he didn't get his dash back, but still really quick. That's actually such a hard strat to pull off.
Oh! Okay, get to the second time there. So if you go to like basically the lowest possible pixel pretty much on the right side without dying, you can actually clear the jump to get back into the bubble without having to go around.
Yep. And
the fast way to do that is to dash right when you're at that pixel so that you don't have to set up for it on the way back. And Fladervy unfortunately messed it up.
OddBod going for the non-ultra version of the auto-scroller skip there. Perhaps knowing that he's ahead, he's not willing to take the risk. Fladervy got it first try, no problem. Although, I think people mentioned that if you don't get the wall bounce at the end, it's barely saving time over the strat OddBod did. I'm not entirely sure, but it should be under a second.
Okay.
For sure.
So yeah, I'll explain the spike jump since we do have a question about spike jumps going on. So spike jump is kind of a deceiving word. It's not exactly spike jumping. It's more of just how the hitboxes work. Spikes themselves do not, like, you cannot get hurt by a spike if you are moving in the same direction as the spikes are pointed when you run into them. So if you're holding, for the example in chapter 3, if you're holding left while passing it, you'll just go straight through it. If you let go of left at any time during that spike jump that you see in chapter 3, you'll get hit by it.
Yep.
So they're jumping off the wall because the spike doesn't exist while they are moving away from it.
Excellently put.
Anyway, now in the harsh wind.
No. There's actually a few rooms in chapter 1 where there's like some wooden floor that you can go through from underneath, and then there are spikes at the top, which teaches you that you can go through spikes that are pointing in the same way you're moving. But we don't see those in the speedrun. It's near Barry somewhere.
This game is on everything.
It's every platform you can imagine.
Every current generation platform.
Current generation, yeah. It's not on an NES, no. OddBod finishing with 11:10, Flat with 11:18, so OddBod did gain a few seconds there. 2 to be exact. So this race is still really close. Who's commentating? I don't know.
I don't know, check the top of your stream. It says there. We're good people. Also, there's commands for it. So yeah, in Mirror Temple now.
Already past the first
OddBod
checkpoint.
still has OddBod's still getting still has a pretty solid lead right now.
Mm-hmm. Here, let's see if we can get. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting.
Misses the
hyper
yeet.
was too short. That doesn't happen often. It's usually
this might give an advantage to Flad. Oh, misses the yeet as well.
His hyper was too long. Oh, yeet!
Okay, there we go. Gets it on second try.
And DBS.
Good DBS.
How is he so consistent at that?
I don't know, but that helps a lot now that they are on the same screen.
That's just not fair. Almost. Well, of course it is, but... just shows you the practice you went through in order to get that consistent. That's dedication. So now in the mirror, we'll see ourselves in the distance, and we have to commit seppuku here. But good thing we respawn at the other side of the mirror.
Yeah, we're in the mirror now. Or in the mirror temple.
Looks to be 7 seconds between them right now. As we enter have entered Unraveling, but now are manipulating these Seeker boys here to do what we want. As the chat has been starting to choose sides here. Let's see who they'll cheer for the most. I'm personally hyped for Game 3, if it's possible. That would be delicious. Oh, but having some trouble in these Seeker rooms though. 2 times now where he had some issue with the coins. And they look to be tied up now, actually. Let me recheck since timers are not exactly. Seeing 14:02 entering. Flat is actually ahead by a single second here. So this Unraveling being kind of unfortunate for OddBod.
Yeah, this is... Now we are straying crazily close, and you can see it in the... You can see it as they are now on the same screen, and the in-game timers are still slightly different.
Fladervy having some issues there in the few rooms prior, so they're effectively tied up now. So the lead after this chapter will be dependent on Theo, as it can mess up a bunch of runs really easily. Both get the first Ultra. Second Ultra, no problem for OddBod.
Yes, I'd call this a tie right now, pretty much.
Yeah, Flat response. And here we see the highest of level Theo strats. Ooh,
No,
Flat
Seeker,
having some issue.
Seeker being very annoying on that screen for Flat.
Oh! OddBod missing the boost. Flat back on top. Oh!
No. Flat pulling ahead as now on the final screen. Getting through.
And Flat finishes chapter 5. Winning game time 15:34. As OddBod has suddenly lost 8 seconds. And that's how quickly one death can swing the match. They're still both
not done yet. Chapter 6 is a long chapter, and it's gonna be very annoying, especially in the battle line fight. And leg skip can still be a factor as well, even if we want to just concentrate on what's about to come up.
Yeah, the thing about the first half of Reflection and mostly Hollows, as Flat actually dies the leg skip here.
Gets it on the second attempt. Oh, OddBod misses it.
But
there it is.
The thing about Hollows is that each room doesn't really have that much of time save by doing the fast strats over the somewhat slower strats. However, dying is very costly, since feather rooms are generally long and slow. So consistency is king in this chapter.
Yes.
Incidentally, it's also OddBod's least favorite chapter. So take from that what you want.
Get to hear the wonderful sound effects provided by Kevin for those blocks.
What was that?
It was the Kevin sound effect.
Oh, I missed it, dang. Another Fladervy. What is this? nice. Oh. Okay, how did he not die there? Like, I know the hair and the upper head of Madeline is actually not part of a hitbox, but that still looked kind of weird. Top route, as one should expect. Oof.
These deaths. Come on, get through. Okay, good.
Oh, nice.
Got the strat on that screen despite dying.
I have to take some chat there for later memes. So far so good on these developer intended TM shortcuts.
Yeah, so let's see how OddBod fares. Misses
Misses.
setup and decides not to go for it. Now has that third checkpoint actually as well.
Yeah. The checkpoints, there are actually 2 checkpoints in a room, which are both on the floor. But
and
if you
yeah,
take the shortcuts, you don't touch the floor.
Yeah.
Flat now getting full battle line boost. Pulling at slightly more. Slightly more, is that a thing?
OddBod also gets that full battle line boost though.
Still getting, again, the ultra stat that only Flat seems to go for.
Hey,
Hey, yeah. The same actually for the next room here. Most people do 2 ultra, 3, let's see, 2 ultras in total. Flat just does 3, because he's Flat.
misses the ultra there, had to wait for the cycle.
Yeah, loses some time. Let's see, OddBod, oh, actually just hits the feather instead. Not sure if that was a miscue or just intended.
Maybe just trying to play it a bit safer, realizing how his reaction time is going right now.
Let's see, 20 minutes past there. The gap looks to have widened a bit, though. It is now 14 seconds.
Yes, you are not a mountain climber! In Brazilian.
We're just trying to help you. No,
Portuguese.
don't die, OddBod. Oh, that was a save and a half.
However, Battleline said that in Portuguese. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
How
At
to
least you did
pronounce it.
OddBod a
Read
favor.
it.
Ouch, that's a spike. That's the same spike. Okay, there we go.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that Portuguese sentence in chat. Flat on the last screen of chapter 6 before getting the 2 dashes.
I think that sentence means you are not a mountain climber.
That's what it looks like, yes.
But yeah, I don't think Madeline's a mountain climber either. I mean, where are her rope and tools?
They were in the backpack. That's why she never leaves without the backpack, except for the final chapter.
Except for the final chapter, it's like, nah, we got...
We don't need
supernatural.
tools. Where we're going, we don't need tools.
Yeah. We have dashes and pink hair. So what could
Yeah.
possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
It's not time. Oh, well, that's a voice crack. Yikes.
I do like to think that Madeline was like planning
It's
this
20
trip,
20
planning-
seconds now.
planning this trip to climb the mountain. It was like, what do I put in this backpack? And so did all that, brought the backpack, and then never used it.
Yeah, that's probably better. So it looks to be around a 20-second gap between OddBod and Flat, and even though Flat just took a death 20 seconds is hard to overcome when you're at this level play. As timers are now synced. So it's easy for us to look at differentials here.
Synced even further!
Super sync.
Super sync.
So of course, after chapter 6, you fall all the way down. You had a little bit of a literal down moment, and now we're going to get back up and climb this freaking mountain once and for all.
Yes, and get those wall bounces.
Yeah, and then reset the timeline and do it again. I mean, what? Didn't you know? Every time you replay Celeste, it's a new alternate universe.
Get those Undertale references out of here. Just play the game.
Nah, that was just science, right? But sure.
Okay, sure.
I did think of Undertale immediately when I mentioned it, though.
Fladervy unfortunately not getting the corner grab at the end.
Now, let me see some juicy Dream Hypers here. OddBod is catching up just a little bit as Flat made a few minor mistakes. That might be all it takes. Another one here. Just tiny time losses that might add up. Or potentially will.
Gotta send the energy to the right place. But don't send too much, as you saw what happened last time.
Exactly. Oh, nice backup corner boost there. By OddBod. OddBod. Still moving strong with confidence.
$1,500 it can be very difficult. We've got a lot of ultras and hypers that have to be done in order to get the optimal cycles on these screens.
So far, they're making it look easy. Which I can guarantee you it's not.
Nope. And yeah, only about a 2-screen difference between the two players right now.
Deathless through the section so far as well. Franker Z?
Okay, okay. A bit more than 2 screens, excuse me.
No, it's 2. Still 2.
Yeah.
Now it's 3. No, it's still 2. Now it's 3. But... yeah. But once people mentioned why you say Franker Z there, and that the dust bunnies look like a dog, you cannot unsee it.
I still don't see it, actually.
Ooh, big death by Fladervy here.
Yeah,
missing his hyper for auto-scroller.
Gotta get these auto-scroller skips.
Oh, but ooh, okay, that was close. Gets the snowball bob. Auto-scroll. Oh, okay, I was about to say it's no problem for OddBod. Don't spook me. I mean, it's still Spooktober, but come on.
It's no problem?
Yes. Even though there's only one snowball room.
It's good enough.
In 2000.
Flad exiting.
Yeah.
Exiting the
dying.
2000, the final part of the 2,000 meter climb. OddBod now will be finishing that one in a bit. And Flad now in the 2,500 meters. This is still really close. A death from Flad could even this up. Like, it is that close.
It is that close. Especially a costly death. Then they will be practically tied up.
Yeah, not that death though, because that was an intentional death. I will clarify that.
Yep. That's the only intentional death now. The run.
Yes.
We used to have two,
Double
but
bubble
not
skip.
anymore. Not
There's
anymore.
No, there's still 2 double bubble skip.
Oh yeah, okay. But he's the only one who goes for
Oh,
it.
actually, not even that. Not even that, because if you do 6B, 5B, excuse me.
Yeah, you could do a 5B.
Yeah.
OddBod threats the needle. And threats the door. That's... Oh, nep. Ooh. Ouch. Dies on the second door skip. The most painful door to not skip.
Yes.
Flat now in 3000. Looking at a low 30 pace here. But there's still a possibility for painful deaths. So if you want to see that game 3, give OddBod a little bit, but not all of your energy. And he might pull it off.
As Flag did just get a death there on flag 27?
No. That looked like 25.
Somewhere in the high 20s.
Yeah, that was 25. Yeah, you give too much energy to Flat instead. How about using the fast TM downdraft strats here? Fladervy still going strong, can almost taste victory here. Let's just hope it doesn't drive him to some sort of weird blood frenzy, or I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that analogy, never mind.
Who knows?
Just say Undertale lol and hope people forget it.
Absolutely. Flad entering flag 9 as OddBod is now just finishing up flag 12. Oh, forgot a coin there for a second.
Now he's on 12.
Yeah, finishing up flag 13, excuse me. Now on 12, now on 11.
However, Flat on flag 6. And did I see a death on flag 11? I saw 2.
Yes. Yes, you did.
As it looks to be the story of this race so far. It's kind of been the Theo section, if I'm honest. Where OddBod lost his lead. That Flat had been like, cutting into chapter by chapter. And from there, Fladervy just kept going and didn't look back.
Yep. As I had said, the final 3 chapters are really where Fladervy strives.
Yeah. As he finishes with 30.09. And he will take the win and move on. As we have our first grand finalist confirmed. And OddBod, don't go down flag 2. You skipped flag 2 even. So you don't go die there, please. Thank you.
Yep, we're good. Made it.
OddBod will finish here with a sub 31, 30.46. So at the end, a 37-second difference between the two. I find most interesting here, if you look at the death count actually. Flat having more deaths.
Not by much, though.
Just one. That's the DBS death, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations again to Fladervy for moving on to the grand final.
And we
As
do have
OddBod will-
Fladervy to join us in the chat as well to talk about that win. But OddBod gets in here first.
He pops in.
So we've got both OddBod and Fladervy here.
Yo,
So,
GG, man.
GG.
okay, yeah. Good runs to both of you. I do have OddBod. You did bring out all the stuff. You tried your hardest. I can tell. Getting
What time did you
trying
get
to.
in the second race?
I don't know. The
Yes.
second race seemed like a lot better than your first one. So you definitely stepped it up between the two.
Well, the first one was just, oh man, dude. Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll talk about the second one. Like, how did it feel like your pace until Theo?
Talking to me or to Flat?
To you, OddBod.
Oh, I don't know. Was my pace good? I don't think so.
You were
Hey.
you were pretty much ahead of Flat actually in the first half of the
Oh,
round.
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had the epic
we-
120 CD.
So yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll just go
swear,
over
go
to
ahead.
So I'll just go over to Flat. So Flat, congratulations on the getting through to the grand finals.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think you're. I can tell that you didn't expect to get this far. It sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't.
Says the guy
was
who just
expect-
flexed us sub 30 in the first race, but okay.
I think when I started the tournament, I was expecting even top 5, maybe.
Well, you've improved the shit ton since then, so makes sense, I guess. Congrats, man.
Yeah, definitely deserve it, Flat.
So
And that grand final will be a best of 5. But we got OddBod who's going to be moving into the lower bracket and will be the opponent for the losers for the lower final. Whoever can get that far.
TGH.
well, that's just gonna be TGH. I was about to say, if you have to pick between TGH, Sushi, Taggerson, or Psych, who would you pick?
Oh, dude, if Psych can do it, man, I'm down to race Psych. That's for sure. But yeah, Manius and TGH probably, sadly.
Yeah, I don't think those odds are even that good to put money down for.
It's like 99-1.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, good race to both of you. Thank you everyone for joining us today.
And again, GG's. And we'll see you. I'm glad to see more of you both in the upcoming matches.
Yes. So the next ones will be those two in the lower bracket, one between TGH and Masushi and Psyched and Tigerson. Those have not been scheduled yet, but pay attention. Keep looking at the schedule to find it. Coming up on Speed Gaming side though, we got Octopath Traveler race is happening. Single story tournament race happening on Speed Gaming 2 in about half an hour. So you can go over there. You can follow the runners, follow the commentators, and thank you for watching.
Yo, before we end, shoutouts to all the Spade Brigade boys watching. And fuck anime. Alright, I see you guys around.
That's just a thing, right? That he does now.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But Octopath, that sounds interesting. And also shoutouts for everyone for cheering for both of them. I saw the Saba pings. I saw the Portuguese, or was it Portuguese? I saw that language that I could not comprehend.
Okay. Thanks for watching.